We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
2nd and 9 now. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Drop deep, drop deep.
Hayden full.
49, guys. Mike.
Hey, orbit.
We got it. 49.
Where'd he go?
49. Not here.
They'll look to throw here. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Just a punt of 49. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert! White.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
And this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Garoppolo now. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. This is fielded at the 7. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
11, 12, fellas, here we go. 6-6, pull it, 5. Check 30.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So we are at halftime here in the open. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your left, 'cause I'm about to take you to school. Bang, 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 bang. 65, 65. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the run, watch the run.
21, 21.
Watch twins. Hey, watch it.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll hand it off now. Williams. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 39 yards, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7.
Next to score, Chiefs 9, Jaguars 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. Check.
2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. On 1st down, it's Blue. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter trying to get something going. Going to the outside there didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
What we got?
Back to throw. He's going to let this go deep for Lee. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Nickel. Check that. 21. 2.
Now Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
11.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
At their own 41-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Nick!
49's the mic, watch 49.
Hey, foxtrot!
49's the mic. Watch the out.
Here's Foles. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Bandit.
Yeah, go, let's go.
Check my 15.
Hey, Echo.
Check my 15. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 49. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Good. 180.
Blue there.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Completes it to Lee. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And no, it's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
21, 21. 13, 13.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Butker's kick here is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Easy, easy.
Yeah, Mike. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He's coming.
21, 21. Here we go.
Check the hot read.
On 1st down, it's Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Chiefs on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. They'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for KC. 59 yards for him on the ground.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
12.
They'll run it with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
Check.
Now Williams. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Chiefs, Not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Oakland to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look...
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now
select the team you want to join.
Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my.
Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left.
All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold.